Hey everyone, welcome to Podcast Scorpio. This is BlazeKick's new Xbox podcast and the only Xbox podcast you can find on this website. My name is Armando and I'm joined by a co-host, Mike.
Hey Armando.
Hey, how's it going?
Fantastic, how are you?
Pretty good. I'm excited for this. Excited to work on this project together.
Let's fangirl out.
Yeah. So, I guess let's quickly introduce ourselves. Like, what do we do and stuff like that. So, why don't you start?
Oh, thanks for just throwing that at me. What do I do with what?
With
you didn't define that.
Internet. The internet.
Oh, I am the co-host of Set Enough Games podcast. I'm also the person that's going to keep your bathroom clean at the happiest place on earth. Other than that, I play a lot of Xbox games. I play a lot of Nintendo games and a lot of PlayStation stuff. My main focus is Xbox, which is why I decided to raise my hand when it was time to make an Xbox podcast with BlazeKick. So there's nothing really too far out there, but we're going to fangirl out this whole time. And this is monthly, so if you don't like me, you have a month to get over it, and we're going to be back again.
Back again in another month.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm on the internet. I write on BlazeKick. If you guys are listeners of our other podcasts, you might have heard me on basically every podcast because I usually record it, so I have to be there.
You're just all over the place.
Yeah. So that's what I do on the internet. And then just post about Persona on Twitter, and now Rhythm Heaven because I'm obsessed with that right now. And in terms of Xbox, unlike you, I've for most of my life I've been a PlayStation gamer.
We'll bleep that out.
But I have opened my horizons, and now I'm over here.
Forza Horizons? Good job.
Forza Horizons.
Good job.
Exactly. And yeah, like you said, this is going to be a monthly podcast because
my schedule sucked.
Well, both of our schedules are weird. Plus, if we want to make this, we want to make it right. We want to at least have a good episode for you guys to listen to every month. And maybe that will change in the future. Maybe we'll do bi-weekly, but you never know. But for now, it's monthly. All right, so let's start off with our Xbox stories. What's your most memorable Xbox story, and how did you get into Xbox? Mike.
How I got into Xbox was not a good story to start with, as I literally picked the GameCube up, and then I put the Xbox back. Because I could only get one, and they launched around the same time. So I ended up going with the GameCube.
Because of the handle, right?
Because it was purple.
And the handle, right?
Whatever, sure. Handle. But I will say this, though. I had like 4 or 5 different colored GameCubes and only one Xbox. Because I never got any yellow lights, red lights, any of that stuff with my original Xbox, so I was lucky enough for that. But I got it probably about a month and a half, 2 months later, around closer to the holidays, and I picked up Halo, Obi-Wan, and another game I can't remember. But yeah, so that's how I got into Xbox, and ever since then I thought it was better than the GameCube. And the games were different at launch compared to the other two systems, but I really got into Obi-Wan, and reading reviews in magazines and stuff back then, nobody really liked that game, and I don't know why, because it was the first time I actually got to play like as a Jedi. Like I get to use the Force, use the lightsaber, throw it. It had all the sound effects, and then someone said, "Oh, you can do that in the PlayStation 2 game." I forgot what it was. But at that point, Xbox had already hooked me in. I loved everything about the system. Even the fat controller, the big boy, before they came out with the slim controller. And because I have big hands, so it didn't really bother me. I didn't notice it. And then it's kind of it for original Xbox. I mean, because they really just swept that away really fast, because my understanding is they were losing quite a bit of money on it. And then for Xbox 360... my best memory from that system has to have been when we got 16 Xbox 360s in my condo with 16 TVs and like 20 some people, and we literally played Halo 2 and 3 over LAN. And then we found out that if I just plugged in my Ethernet cable to the LAN adapter that we had, or whatever it was called, LAN hub, we could all go online. So we all went online, and my internet just tanked. Nothing worked. I mean, it kept kicking everybody off. I think only one or two Xboxes were allowed on at a time. And this was, well, I don't remember what year it was, but so the internet was just horrible. And so we logged off, and I didn't open the windows for like the first few or 4 hours, and just everybody was sweating. The systems were running hot. The TVs were hot. I was like, man, why is it so hot in here? And then at the time, my wife was like, you're an idiot. Open the window. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's why I married you back then. So, whoops. But no, that was fun. I mean, we stayed up, oh my God, 2, 3 in the morning from like maybe noon, 1 in the afternoon, just kept playing and playing. All these custom matches. We customized everything from Halo. And yeah, that was probably one of the best memories I had from the 360. There's so many great games with that system, but other than that, nothing too memorable stands out. It's just I loved everything. I loved the Blade system, the white console. It looked different. I never got the red ring until I got the Xbox 360 Elite, which was the black console.
Mm-hmm.
That literally red ringed like 2 weeks after I got it. My original one I gave to my friend Jesse, and it didn't red ring until maybe 4 or 5 years after I got it, and that was a launch console. So those would be my slight insight into my Xbox history.
All right. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier, most of my life I've been playing PlayStation consoles. The first Xbox console that I've ever owned is actually the Xbox One.
Armando.
Yeah, so I have a lot of catch up to play.
You're lucky it's backwards compatible now.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I picked it up, really. But I do remember playing the original Xbox because, of course, I had family members that had it. I remember watching them play Shenmue.
Shenmue was good.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember that they used it a lot for music, which was like the big deal back then. That your system could play music.
Burn it to the system's hard drive.
Yeah. And then I didn't have a 360. I did play a lot. I did play Gears with my cousins a lot. But other than that, I don't really have a memorable moment.
What are you doing on this podcast? Oh my!
Exactly.
Jesus.
So now to that, the reason why I also wanted to be on this podcast is because first of all, is because you and I we're gonna do it, and then because this will make me play Xbox. This will make me play my Xbox One, which
you should want to play your Xbox One.
See, the problem is that I have most of my third-party games on PlayStation 4.
I have most of my third-party games on Xbox.
Yeah, and I only get exclusives. That's why the reasons why I bought the Xbox One is for exclusives. So I played Quantum Break, which was really good.
Such a good game.
Yeah, so I guess that's my favorite Xbox game because that's one of the only games that I've played.
Did you get Sunset Overdrive?
I do have it. I haven't played.
Then play Sunset Overdrive because that's the closest we're gonna get to Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, and I have the Halo collection.
Oh good, play that.
And then I have Halo 5. Then I have
free this weekend.
And then I have Gears, and I got the other Gears games for buying the Gears Ultimate Edition.
Mm-hmm.
So I can play through that now. Yeah.
Good. And if you get Gears of War 4, it also comes with all the other Gears games that's backwards compatible.
What if you already own them?
Digital downloads.
If you already own them, you don't get anything.
No, you get nothing. As a matter of fact, if for being a fan of Gears, you get nothing.
Yeah.
Good job, Microsoft.
Yeah, so hopefully this podcast will make me play more Xbox games, which I'm gonna try.
You should. But see, now I get why people play them. You're loyal to certain consoles, whatever. But for me, it's always been third party goes to Xbox, and I understand that it is
It's not.
that it's not up to par with PlayStation, because PlayStation 4 is more powerful.
Yeah.
But it's just that loyalty I have to Xbox, in that the Xbox 360 was so good in doing what it did. I mean, it constantly updated itself, and I think the transition from 360 to One really just got mixed up messaging. A lot of stuff was taken down. Change of presidents, one's in, one's out. Now it's Phil's taking over. So it's hard for some people. They lost a lot of people, and I think they're trying to get them back. But I think they should really just focus on what they're doing right and just keep doing that. Just keep doing it. Like, you've got backwards compatibility, and a lot of people love it. It's great. I have a lot of 360 games that I downloaded digitally through Gold, and they carried over perfectly fine. So, I don't fault anybody for like, hey, PlayStation's better. Oh, I'm glad you think that. At the end of the day, thank you for playing games to make this industry grow and let developers and publishers know that I enjoy playing your games, and I enjoy playing them on PlayStation. Great. I enjoy playing them on Xbox. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with saying that. So, when you say you just got into it this year, technically this console cycle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this console.
Great. Like, glad to have you. Glad to have people play Xbox exclusive. If that's all you're playing it for, then welcome to the home of a lot of exclusives.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of exclusives that I want to play. And it's, for me, it's not about like loyalty to a system, because I'm all over the place.
Same here. I mean, I have my PlayStation 4. I have my Wii U. I'll have an NX. I have 3DS. I have the new 3DS. I have a Vita.
Yeah, exactly.
It's games. I just love consuming games.
And at the point when I got my PS3 was, what are my friends playing, right? So most of them had a PS3, so I'm like, okay, I'll get a PS3 so I can play online with them. And then for PS4 was, okay, so I spent years with the PlayStation 3, and I'm used to this ecosystem, so I'll just move on to a PS4. And now with Xbox One was, there's games that I want to play. Games that I won't be able to play on the PlayStation 4, and I want to give this console a shot.
Yep.
And that's why I got it, and I'm happy with my Xbox.
Pick up Inside. Did you get Limbo when it was free?
Yeah, I got it when it was.
Okay, play Limbo after you're done crying, then play Inside, and you'll be like, "What the did I just play?" Because Inside is a trip. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. It's probably a really, really good indie game. It's a little short, and I believe it's probably like 4 or 5 hours. But to me, a length of game doesn't matter as long as the game makes an impression to where I'm going to tell you about it years later. So I can tell you everything about that game, but I can tell you nothing about Tomb Raider, because while the story was good and I loved the game, it's been a while since I played it. It's such a massive game, so the Inside sticks with me a little bit more. But that's just me.
Yeah, I haven't played Limbo yet, so I need to try that out. The game I'm excited to play on Xbox, and actually is one of the reasons I bought it, is Cuphead.
Nothing wrong with that. It's a Disney cartoon.
Yeah. No, but people were saying, but it's on PC. Yeah, but I don't play PC games.
Yeah, I don't play PC either. Shout out to my friend Dan, who has like an amazing setup for PC gaming. But no, I don't really know.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think my computer can even run it. I'm serious. I don't think it can.
Yeah, no, mine's a Mac, and I don't even think it can do anything. I have a bunch of tabs open though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. All right. So that's it for our Xbox stories. Let's move on to free games with gold.
Yay! Who doesn't like free stuff? What do we have? Oh, this is gonna go up end of next week, right?
Yeah.
So you have a chance still to get The Crew, Xbox One, Banner Saga 2, which is freaking awesome. Banner Saga 1 was great, and the fact that this is free for the month of July.
Entire month.
Yeah, the whole month, and then pick that up. It's such a good game. And then Tumblestone, which I'm assuming is a puzzler, is free from half the month until, I'm sorry. No, July 16th through August 15th. And the opening words are, help a sausage make friends. So if that's how you want to market your game, go right ahead. Be my guest. Rainbow Six Vegas 2 on 360, which is backwards compatible with Xbox One, is available July 1st, which is now until July 15th. And Tron Evolution, which is also now backwards compatible, is available from the 16th and through the 30th. So pick up 5 free games now, or don't, whatever. Your choice.
Mm-hmm.
The Crew, though, is pretty fun.
Yeah. What'd you think of this month's selection of games?
I think Banner Saga 2 saves it from being okay. I think it definitely adds and makes it a really good month. So hopefully people pick it up. And maybe it'll make people pick up Banner Saga 1 because it picks up, I think someone said, a month after the first one ended. So.
Yeah, I need to get gold again. It expired.
Armando.
I know I'm doing everything wrong.
How did you get on this? I don't even. You're killing me.
I'm recording this. That's why I'm here.
No, well, all right.
Yeah. No,
Next time, don't put an ad up, and I'll be like, oh, I should have asked. Do you even like Xbox?
I do like Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get gold again. Mostly just so I could play online. No, see, when I had a gold, I would always forget to redeem the games.
Oh, no, I check every freaking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it throws me off that they put the games for like 2 weeks and get rid of them.
Yeah, well, you can download them from your phone
yeah.
Anywhere. Doesn't matter. I mean, if you have the app or you just go to Xbox.com, you can download them to your consoles.
Yeah. That's what I do with PlayStation Plus. I just look up all the games on my phone and redeem them.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, but I want to get this again, so I can get the Crew. I want to try out the Crew.
Yeah, try out the Crew, and then you'll enjoy Forza Horizon 3 that much more.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. All right. So so the games with gold. Check them out. You should still be able to get the early ones if you're listening to this when it actually goes up. So hopefully next Friday, the 8th?
8th?
Yeah, the 8th. Yeah, so, alright, so let's move on to our main topics. E3.
Yay.
E3 happened a couple of weeks ago. And, of course, Microsoft was there. I think they had a great conference.
I want to say they had a fantastic conference from the point of view of an Xbox fan.
Yeah,
they showed a lot. They showed a lot of exclusives.
A lot of exclusives, and that's what I like. So let's. But their big thing was that you can, if you buy a digital version of an Xbox One game, you get it free on Windows 10.
Yes, they are definitely pushing that, and it's probably a really good thing. Looking at our list, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 games that are exclusive to both Xbox One and Windows 10. You look at like PlayStation's fan base, right, or user is like 40 million sold.
Yeah.
Well, you take the 18 to 20 on Xbox One, and you add it to the 40 to 50 on PC.
Yeah.
Now you just gave yourself an audience of about 60 to 65 million, as opposed to the other console. But some of those are also PC as well for PlayStation. They're just not cross-buy kind of things. So I think that was great. I mean, they're definitely pushing their Windows 10, and then as they should, flex that muscle. They started as a PC Windows operating system, so go ahead. Home consoles was your second thing. So go ahead, strut your stuff. I mean, you got it, use it. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I don't have a PC, but this might sway me to get a gaming PC.
Really?
Just because I can take it anywhere. Like if I get a laptop or something.
Oh yeah.
Is it as compact as a Vita? No. But if I can get a decent light laptop. I don't see why I shouldn't have Windows 10 on it just to, play games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this initiative from Microsoft is called Xbox Play Anywhere. Sorry.
Mhm.
And yeah, you have to buy the digital version of the game to get the Windows 10 version for free.
Mhm.
They tried this out. They were trying it out early this year with like Quantum Break, right? Remember?
Yes,
If you,
and it did really well, and now it fell off quick, which is kind of sad. But you got to remember the MPDs for the month, they don't count digital,
yeah,
so that's makes it kind of hard to judge. The only game I know that's staying on there that's been there is like Grand Theft Auto 5.
hmm
That thing's like a powerhouse, Jesus. But it's hard to judge how well that did. I loved Quantum Break. I went back and did a second playthrough just so I can get more audio files
Ooh.
and just do more of the story, because the story was what really got me.
Yeah, same here.
And once I finished it, and at the end, no spoilers, but I was like, wait, what? Where'd that guy come from? So hopefully they make a second.
I hope so. I hope so. I love Quantum Break.
It was probably the best superhero game I've played in a while.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. So.
Yes, and the good thing about that is that if you bought it, you would get Alan Wake.
Yes, and
so I want to play that now. So
and American Nightmare, right?
Yeah, and American Nightmare. Yeah. So I have those, so I'm ready to play those any moment now. So the games that are included in the Xbox Play Anywhere program are Ark Survival Evolved,
Mm-hmm.
Inside, which are no, not Inside.
Inside. No.
Yeah, it's first on Xbox One.
Yeah, but I don't think that's coming to the Play Anywhere.
Yeah, so that's just first on Xbox One. We Happy Few, which looks awesome.
Yeah, definitely a mind trip.
Yeah, holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, beating the hell out of the pig.
Yeah, Recore, and that's another game that I'm looking forward to. Forza Horizon 3.
Yeah.
Gears of War 4.
Yes.
Dead Rising 4.
Cuphead.
Yeah.
The cartoon.
Halo Wars 2.
Yay.
State of Decay.
Damn that game.
Scalebound. Yeah.
I'll wait till I see more.
Yeah.
But it looks good so far.
Yeah, it looks good. And Sea of Thieves.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. And you were at E3, right? So did you get a chance to play any of these?
Yes.
Which ones?
We played Sea of Thieves.
Was it good?
It's good if you know what you're doing and you're with players like that have the same kind of mentality. But there was one guy on the team that I don't think he's ever been a pirate or ever wanted to be a pirate. So we definitely lost. Horribly, like bad. But I had a great time, and talking like a pirate was even fun. Which is, during their E3 demo, they talk weird.
Yeah.
I don't like those live demos when they do it like that.
Yeah, me neither. And
to me, they cut away to the audience too much.
Mm-hmm.
Just show the game.
Yeah, expecting a reaction.
Yeah.
So out of the games that I named, which 3 are you most looking forward to?
Oh, are you gonna make me pick 3?
Yep, 3.
I'm gonna go with Forza Horizon 3, Gears of War 4, and Cuphead.
Yeah, Cuphead. Yeah, for me, it's Recore, We Happy Few, and Cuphead.
Really?
Yeah.
There was no AAA. Those are all like small, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, I'm not attached to Gears because I've played it, but I've never played the story. So
play it.
Yeah, and then Forza Horizon or Forza in general, I've tried out those games. So I'm not a huge racing fan. So
well, wait, Forza or Forza Horizon?
Forza.
Okay, so play Horizon because that's different. That's more open world-ish kind of game as opposed to just like being
a
on
motorsport
track. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely different. I'd suggest playing it, and the fact that you can cross-play with that is pretty cool because somebody could be on a PC, some could be on Xbox One, some could be on Xbox One S, and it'll all still work seamlessly. Because that game shown was pretty freaking fun.
Yeah. It looks fun. Cuphead has always been on my radar.
I don't know. They added platforming.
Yeah, they added platforming,
and people they don't like it.
Really?
I think they added it and they haven't had time to tweak it enough.
Yeah.
So people were playing just kind of like a slightly rushed demo. But see, there's no release date, so nobody knows anything. But coming back around to release dates, I want to say that Xbox had way more release dates than any other conference, minus Nintendo, who only showed Zelda. And they gave a release month.
Yeah.
But I mean, all these games were coming out within the next year to a year and a half.
Yeah, only 4 games that from here are 2017. Halo Wars 2, State of Decay 2, Scalebound, and Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. So, okay, great. I mean, you're going to show me We Happy Few, ReCore, Forza Horizon, Gears of War, Dead Rising, Cuphead. Inside's already out. Minecraft stuff came out, I think, that day, plus some of it comes out later.
Yeah.
Ark Survival is already out in the preview program. So, I mean, that's fantastic. As opposed to everybody else, they were showing me games that I don't see them being ready until late 17 or early
18, yeah.
While those games look fantastic and I can't wait to play them, I don't know. It's hard because, I mean, E3 is about showcasing what you're going to bring to the table over the next X amount of years. But you go so far out, you might lose the hype. I want to say Watch Dogs comes to mind with that. Isn't that they showed it and it just didn't come out for a very long time. It just got delayed. So I lost interest. So by the time I got it, I don't think I was as engaged in that game as I should have been or even wanted to be. So bearing any delays, I mean, Watch Dogs 2, which is slated for November, should be better. It looks like it plays better. All the third-party stuff looks great. South Park, Dishonored, all that thing. They look really good. I'm not a big Bethesda guy, but I will definitely probably play Dishonored 2 when it comes out. But yeah, that's why I think Xbox probably had a better conference because it gave me release dates. They said, hey, look, this is what you're going to play during the holidays. We hope you enjoy it. This is what you're going to play in the first quarter of 2017. And we're going to sprinkle some more stuff around later. Check out Gamescom, whatever, their thing is. But I really want like a dedicated Xbox show. Because PlayStation does it, and they do really well with it. And, they do Paris Games Week, and they skipped Gamescom last year. Then Microsoft pretty much picked up that slack because they dominated with FIFA stuff. Crackdown 3, they announced. Halo Wars 2 was announced last year. So, and it's also intriguing to see that Microsoft doesn't have a first-party November game. So I think they're gonna pull a Sony in that let their third party speak for themselves. Watch Dogs 2, I'm probably gonna get another Division DLC. What else is coming out? South Park. Call of Duty. Battlefield 1.
I think Battlefield 1
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall and Battlefield.
Yeah, I mean they're probably saying, go ahead, let them take it for the holiday. Gears of War might have gotten lost in the shuffle had it got put in November. Yeah. But it's at the beginning of October, which is a prime slot to avoid all that. So perfect. So that gives me time to play Gears of War 4 before I jump into Titanfall 2. And that gives me time to, get used to that, play that, before I jump into South Park.
Yeah. I think Microsoft has out of all, just like you said, out of all the conferences, they actually had more release dates than anyone. But I expected that from them. They've done that in the past. Sony, PlayStation have just announced games and without giving any, just a year. That's what they usually do now. Like most of their stuff, we won't play until much later, especially that's Stranding.
That's a 2019 game.
Yeah.
If not later, PlayStation 5.
The only reason it was there because it was Kojima.
Because they like to, like to show off. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, they got a really good developer with them, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a problem with it at all. You look at other games though that they showed that I was like, oh man, no release date, no release date. Last Guardian finally got a release date, but Gears of War 4 was announced last year, but then got a release date like a month or two ago. So they were ahead of the curve on that one.
Yeah.
I think Forza Horizon was probably the one that everybody expected and got. Recore being a
September
$40 game.
Yeah, and it comes out in September. That's also weird.
Yes, which makes me believe that they're really good at hyping things then, because I had figured this game was, $60, massive, whatever mechanic they're trying to pull, which they said it's probably better Mega Man game than Mighty Number 9.
Mm-hmm.
But rest in peace, Mighty Number 9. And it's stuff like that. I mean, they showed their indie things, but if you really want to bring it back to the beginning of the conference, they showed you a new console configuration, which was the S.
Mm-hmm. Like
40% lighter, built-in power brick, no more of that stuff. It now has an actual button to turn it on and off.
Yeah.
It's white, which it's subtle things like that the Xbox 360 was white when it launched, and now they're going back to that color. That's, those are little things they want to get back to where they were, and I more than likely will be picking up the S.
Really?
Yes, I'll upgrade just because it'll fit in my entertainment center better.
Yeah.
And it's not as hot, they say, so I can put it next to my Wii U and stuff without worrying about leaving one of them on or something like that and melting the inside or something.
Yeah.
And it does 4K. I don't think they said anything other than that. And I think 4K is just for video. I mean, that's just Netflix streamings and things like that. You're not going to see any big jump gameplay or anything like that with the S.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a new controller, right? But they didn't say what was different.
Yeah, they just said a new controller.
Yeah, they didn't mention how it changed. But then now you can also make your own controller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's kind of big.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, I messed around with that lab, and there's a lot of pretty funny options you can make with that thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know about the price though, but.
Okay. So about the 4K on Xbox One S, someone from Xbox said that it will upscale games to 4K. They were asked. The question was, can you confirm if Xbox One S will upscale games to 4K? All product information seems to indicate this. This is not the case. Confused. And then the guy said yes. Mike Ibarra from Xbox. So maybe that's
See, I don't
look forward to.
I guess that's fine. But a lot of 4K TVs now, and this could change. This could definitely change. And I've said this on other podcasts. It's not necessary, I think.
Yeah.
4K TVs don't handle gaming very well right now. And I, like I said, I've said this before. Like, I've done my research on TVs, which is why I settled on the TV I have right now, which is just 2 ms response time for games. So there's no lag between me hitting the trigger and the action displaying on the screen. So, but for 4K, doing the research on that, the millisecond times were, mid to upper 30s, and I was like, that is not acceptable for fast-paced gaming. But I don't know what kind of tech they're using or anything like that to make it upscale, to help it. Maybe they know something I don't, which is probably the case because that's why they make all the money. But I'm not going to get a 4K TV. I just got this TV I have a little under 2 years ago. So I don't see myself upgrading to 4K as a TV for another 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would try to push that. And that brings us literally right back to the end of the conference when they announced what the podcast is actually named after, Scorpio.
Project Scorpio.
It's 6 teraflops, and I've made the joke before that they were toting those flops all over the place. But nobody knows why. They want this big old console, but who is this for?
Yeah, that's the question. And this Project Scorpio is part of the Xbox One family. That's what they're saying.
Yes.
All of the Xbox One games will play on Project Scorpio.
Which I think the messaging again gets a little diluted.
Yeah.
We use this example on Set Enough. In you buy or play an iPhone 7 game, you don't play it on an iPhone 5, even though it'll tell you it's going to run it. Try it. I dare you.
Yeah.
It's going to lag. It's going to drop the game. It'll close the app or whatever. Features are missing. The update will eventually get to the point where it says, oh, we no longer support iOS whatever. And then you're left with a unupdatable game. I really think they should have came out and said that, okay, we messed up. The messaging was confusing. We're not where we want to be. But even though the Xbox One is selling faster than the 360, but they really should have just announced this as a completely new, this is the Xbox 2.
Yeah.
It's just Xbox.
Yeah, this can totally be a successor to the Xbox One. Just in terms of power.
It's 4 times more powerful.
Yeah.
I don't get how it's not a successor.
Yeah.
Why group it in there with Xbox One? All you have to do is say, oh no, your Xbox One games are completely backwards compatible. We will be releasing Xbox One versions of these games for the foreseeable future until we slowly segue out into Scorpio games, which will no longer be playable on Xbox One consoles.
Yeah. And
that's all they had to do.
You know they could have waited another year to announce this. It would have been fine.
They could have just ended the conference without this.
Yeah.
They could have just ran through everything that's coming out, a big highlight reel, and said, thank you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they could have saved this because they might have did it just to, I don't know, scare Sony. Sony doesn't care. They're winning. Who cares, right? So why flex the muscle? Why do it? Why? And then it just gets really tricky because then they're like, oh, then it's going to play VR.
Yeah.
Well, the PlayStation VR is the bare minimum entry into VR. So I don't know why you want to compete with that. To me, VR is on the PC. That's where you should be playing your VR.
Yeah.
So to get VR, I don't know even who they're getting. It makes sense to get Oculus because they've already partnered with them for the controller. But a lot of people are saying the Vive and Oculus will both be compatible with it. But to me, VR is not proven enough for you to sit there and make a brand new console
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then sit there and still call it the Xbox One. So again, your console, this thing's gonna be like $500.
Yeah,
so
that's
then you
the
get
thing.
VR.
It's gonna be super expensive.
Yeah,
plus the VR.
Expensive. Yeah, and then you need a $1,500, $2,000 TV.
Yeah.
To even take advantage of the visuals that it's going to give you. And like my friend Dan said, that all of it is just tech, big word talk. Like, it's just big buzzwords that they like to use because they don't know what they're going to do with it yet. They can't tell me, okay, Dead Rising 4 is going to have 200 zombies on screen at once. Well, in Dead Rising 4 on Xbox Scorpio, we're going to put 400 zombies on screen and have the same frame rate. Okay, then this isn't Xbox One family anymore.
Yeah, it's a different.
If you're telling me the Xbox One is inferior.
Yeah.
The Xbox One and the S. I don't even know where the S stands in all this, and that sucks for people that are like, oh, I waited for the S. Well, you probably should wait 12 more months and just get the Scorpio.
Scorpio, yeah.
So I don't know who the S is for either, besides myself, who sees it as a better fit for my entertainment center.
I think the S makes sense because it's been a while since the Xbox One originally came out. So it needed redesign because let's face it, the Xbox One is huge, so it needed to be slimmer. Yeah,
super quiet.
Yeah, super quiet. Unlike
compared to my 360
or the PS4. The PS4 is super loud.
Oh, so loud. Why is it so loud?
Yeah.
Man, playing Digimon, I'm like, this game's quiet.
Yeah.
That's all I hear.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Xbox One S makes sense. Scorpio, it does make sense, but not right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, same question I've been asking. I don't know who this is for.
Yep.
I really don't. It's interesting to say the least, and
it's not only on Microsoft. It's also for Sony with their Neo.
Yeah. Now the Neo, I want to say the Neo is probably equivalent to the Xbox One S.
Yeah.
In that it's a slight bump
Mm-hmm.
in whatever they're trying to do, and it's just for 4K streaming.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the Neo, I think, was intended for. And if developers wanted to take advantage of something, they needed to also say, well, how do I say it? So we're gonna develop a game, and at the end of the day, they say, hey, this has to play on the Neo, and it has to play on the regular PS4. This has to play on S, and this has to play on the original Xbox One. But if the developer says, but we can do a consistent 60 frames per second on the Neo and the S, as opposed to that, do we include that mode on the game? So you pop in the game and it says, oh, what console are you playing? So it optimizes the game based on the console you're playing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can see them doing to where it makes sense. Where it's like, oh, I have the S. Okay, then you're locked in. You only have to answer this question once. If it detects that you don't have the Neo or the S, it'll say, sorry, we're only detecting whatever. You know. But that's got to be something you can't advertise.
Yeah.
You can't go in and market saying, well, it's better on Neo, but yet the game companies are saying, no, it's fine. There's a contradiction to your marketing, the publisher versus the developer. So again, these consoles are so odd. The S makes sense. It's just a slim and it plays 4K. The Xbox 360 did something similar to where it added an HDMI drive, and it was never going to add an HD DVD player because it lost to Blu-ray. And it also added built-in Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same thing. This adds, the power brick is inside, the push button, definitely lighter, and it adds 4K streaming. This is no different. They really should have called it the Elite.
Yeah,
but they messed up the naming because they named the Elite already.
The
controller.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure they're like, damn it, we should have waited. But so this is what the S is, and that makes sense. So next year you come out saying, hey, just so you know, in 2 years, so in 2019, the Xbox Scorpio is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And it will play your Xbox One games. It will play your Xbox 360 games. And I would love for them to say, and it can play Xbox original games digital only. That's just me. But I think you're right in saying that they didn't need to announce the Scorpio this year. Yeah. They really didn't. They could have held off on it and then waited and say, no, this is a new system. We're going to try this again. The Xbox One was not a success that we thought it would be, even though I love the system. But here we go. You know, this is Xbox 2 or whatever. Or just call it Xbox. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, and that kind of happened with Sony. They didn't say anything about the Neo.
Yeah. Some say they got scared because they saw the specs.
I think they got scared.
Which is, again, why are you...
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
You saw the S.
Yeah, just release it as the slim model for the PS4. That's it.
Pretty much.
Just the PS4 that should be slim. It. Yeah.
Or even they can still call it what the internet calls it anyways, the PS4K. This streams 4K video content.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
this does not play games in native 4K. It'll upscale, but none of our games are made in 4K. That's all they have to say. Both companies, that's all they have to say. And then Nintendo doing the same thing. They held back the NX because, well, it's only on par with the PlayStation 4. Then they got scared because now they have the S and the Neo coming out like, oh, well, we don't want to be underpowered again. But even though they've gone on record as saying, well, we don't care. It's about the games. We don't care what the power is. And it's just true because Mario Kart 8 looks freaking fantastic. And playing Zelda, it showed its age, which I think the NX version will clean it up a little bit. It's still a fantastic game. I still got lost in it. I still didn't even care that little grass over there was blurry. I could 2 S's to the winds, dude. I just didn't care because this is the game I've been wanting forever. So I think there's a lot of mixed messaging, and they need to come out in front of it and stop it because their S is about to hit next month. No release date yet, but it's going to come out next month. And again, overpricing hard drive space.
Yeah. So the regular one is $299. That's 500 gig.
500 gig.
And
you could
a terabyte.
Yeah, no.
Terabyte is 400. 500, right? $399.
$399. 400. That's a 2 terabyte.
2 terabyte.
You get a 1 terabyte for $350.
Okay.
But if you're listening to this podcast, let me tell you right now, you get the 500 gigabyte and go get yourself a 4 to 5 terabyte external hard drive for like $100.
Yep.
You just gained yourself 3 extra terabytes
Mm-hmm.
for the same price you could have got the 2 terabyte built in.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about external storage?
Yeah.
It's okay, so it's an extra wire coming out. Whoopity-doo. Save yourself some money and just get an external drive.
Or
Because I have a 5 terabyte hooked up to mine now, and it's only, I think, 19% used, and I got a lot of stuff on that thing.
Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, or just wait until Black Friday. They always go on sale.
Exactly. Amazon.
Yeah.
And Prime Day is coming
Prime
up.
Day.
A joke again, but you never know. They could surprise you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the end, though, I think Microsoft had a great conference. Most of the games that are going to... Oh, I see myself playing my Xbox One more than my PS4, just because it'll actually have games that I want to play.
Right.
Aside from all the third-party stuff that I always get on PS4, I'm going to get all the exclusives that I'm interested in on Xbox One.
Yeah, and we just named all of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's something to look forward to. There's something for everybody. I mean, I don't play everything. I've played Dead Rising when it came out on 360. I didn't play the second one or third. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get ReCore eventually. I'll probably wait for a sale. Definitely shout out to Best Buy and the Gamers Club, because that thing saves me a ton of money. And because I got Quantum Break for 52 cents. Because I had
coupons?
Yeah, I had coupons, and I had like the $10 reward stuff from pre-ordering games, and plus the gamers did 20% off right off the bat. The game was $35 to start. So adding all that stuff, I literally just paid 52 cents out of pocket.
That's a good deal.
So it was fine. I mean, I just picked up Star Wars Force Awakens for Xbox One, and come to find out that there's apparently PlayStation exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
But it's droids, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about the droids. Sorry to droid fans out there, but I don't really care too much. But I will say this Lego game for Force Awakens is freaking amazing.
Is it?
It's probably the best Lego game I've played since Lego Marvel.
What's Lego Marvel?
Not the Avengers, the first
superhero.
Lego. Yes.
Superhero.
So I recommend it. I give it 5 thumbs up. Out of a possible 5 thumbs.
Yeah, I'm always on the fence with Lego games. I'm like, should I get this now or should I wait?
I'd wait.
Yeah.
They always drop in price. I mean, I picked it up because it's just a game for the summer for me and my son to play.
Yeah.
Plus, it came with the $10 reward pre-order thing.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the deluxe edition or?
No, I'll wait. I'll wait for there to be like a sale on the season pass. It's only $10, and you do get a lot of content for it. But my sweet spot is usually like 30% less than they advertise on season passes. So if I see it for around $7 or something, Black Friday weekend or whatever, I'll pick it up then. Because there's a lot of game to play through without the season pass stuff. These levels are a lot longer. And my son, who's almost 7's like, didn't these used to be shorter? And I was like, yeah, they're real shorter. But no, like you play a lot of the movie per level. So, and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to try that out.
First steps into cover-based shooting.
Really? For Lego?
Yeah, they have cover-based shooting. Like it's kind of on the rails, but you're going back and forth between objects and holding the trigger and shooting.
Oh, that's cool.
So you're peeking over the wall constantly. So it's literally introducing people to Gears of War.
That's
perfectly
smart.
fine.
That's smart.
Yeah, good job on their part.
Maybe they'll work on a Lego Gears of War in the future. Never know.
Well,
Lego Dimensions.
Calm down. I mean, they have Sonic.
Oh, Sonic, yes.
I know how much you love Sonic.
Yes, I'm gonna buy that game just for that Sonic.
Then that's it. See, there's something for everybody in Lego Dimensions.
Yeah. Oh, that figure looks awesome.
That's just a Lego figure. Calm down.
I know, but it's Sonic.
It's not as detailed as a Disney Infinity figure. Don't want to talk about it. It still hurts. It still hurts.
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen would have been awesome. Oh, that Doctor Strange one. That
Doctor Strange is fantastic. But yeah, Microsoft, jump in here.
Yeah.
Pick this up. Don't let Crash Bandicoot pass you.
Are you gonna get that Skylanders Crash Edition?
I don't think so. I didn't get into Skylanders. It was Lego Dimensions, Disney Infinity, and Amiibo for me.
Mm.
Skylanders, I don't know. I just never appealed. My son wants to get it, but I'm like, my heart's still broken over Infinity, so I can't get into another relationship that fast.
Yeah, just stick with Lego Dimensions.
Yeah, I don't even have all those. I just grabbed the franchises that I like. So
yeah, do that. Don't get the Ninjagos and stuff like that if you don't like them.
Well, my son likes them, so we got them.
Mm.
But I didn't get any of the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I didn't get Doctor Who. Calm down. Not that I'm not a fan of Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't see the reason to get it.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the Portal one?
I did get Portal. I got The Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Um,
Ghostbusters.
Of course, I got Ghostbusters. If you saw my tweet today, I literally was, raising my hand in the corner for a Lego Ghostbusters or Lego Ninja Turtles full game.
Mm.
But then someone ruined it and said that Ninja Turtles was now Mega Bloks. I was all, dang it.
Yeah, but I've seen Ninja Turtle Legos with the Mega Bloks at the same time.
No, well, maybe there's still hope. Yay!
Yeah. At the very least, hopefully some Lego Dimension Ninja Turtles.
I'd play that.
Yeah. Or Star Wars in the future.
No, I don't want... Personally, I don't want Star Wars in there.
Really?
I don't know why. Star Wars, Disney, or Marvel, I don't want them in there. I guess just because of what the guys, people that talk trash, I was like, they don't deserve it.
Okay.
But anyway, so was that it?
Yeah, that's it for our topics for the first episode.
Yay, we made it.
Yeah, we made it this far. So let's just go to the plugs. And these two are gonna be plugged every time we do a podcast because they have to be plugged. So visit BlazeKick.com, check out our podcast or all our content over there, and check out Set Enough Games podcast, where Mike is on every time.
Yeah, every single time, twice a month, because we go bi-weekly. And we also have setenough.com, which is under construction. We're almost ready to debut that. But it is there. We do own it. It does say coming soon. We're working on some cool stuff to intro us. We record Set Enough next week, so there will be a new episode by the weekend.
Yeah, but people can already listen to your podcast, right?
Yes, it is already up. We have 3 episodes. The pilot, episode 1, which is E3, and episode 1.5, which is our reactions to E3. That one, Set Enough is a little more diversified. We cover everything gaming, not just a specific genre or anything like that. And we try to keep it positive, so we don't focus too much on, Mighty Number 9 hate. Calm down. We do have a positive spin on that game that we will discuss on that podcast. So if you like the game and are listening to this, then head over to ours and we'll actually agree with you because we there's some things we liked about it too.
I like Mighty Number 9.
It wasn't as bad as some people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great.
Yeah.
Probably not even good.
The game. I like the gameplay. The gameplay is tight. It's just just problems with it. Yeah.
Areas, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can follow us on Twitter at Set Enough Games. You can follow me on Twitter personally if you'd like at BigMike8109, and obviously you can plug Arms if you want.
Yeah, my Twitter is at ArmsMXZ. BlazeKick is at BlazeKickTweet, and there's one more Twitter that you should follow, and that's at Podcast Scorpio because they're saying
that's us.
Yeah, we'll probably so that's where we'll put the links to the podcast every time we do one. That way it doesn't get buried in all the stuff that we post on BlazeKick.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why we made Twitter accounts for all the podcasts that we have.
I noticed. I was like, why am I following all these? I thought I was already, but never mind.
Yeah. So I just figured that. I'm like, maybe I should do that.
Yeah. So. I think for this month, we'll record again at the beginning of next month, and we'll go over some more Xbox-related stuff. But anybody that follows this podcast or BlazeKick or Set Enough, feel free, send in your Xbox stuff. Well, what's your favorite memory?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. Original Xbox 360, Xbox One.
Send them to Scorpio at BlazeKick.com.
Yeah, send them there. Just tell, and even if you have a bad story or a funny one, doesn't matter. Any story about Xbox, we'll definitely read a couple at the beginning of next month.
Yes.
Just celebrate Xbox and what it does, what it can do, what it can't do.
Recommend me a game.
I did. I said Forza. Forza Horizon. Oh, Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Get that one.
Okay, I have that one. I have that one.
Oops. I don't know. What else is good? All the exclusives are good.
Yeah.
We played Quantum Break, so we're both up on that one.
Oh, okay. See, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Sunset Overdrive this month.
There you go. Play Sunset Overdrive and give me a 2-minute review on why you liked it or didn't like it.
Okay. Sounds fun.
That's your project. For me, I'm gonna attempt to finish Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, yeah.
And what else am I gonna? I was gonna do something else this month. Oh, I was gonna finish the Division and then get the DLC.
Okay.
Because I have it on Xbox.
Yeah. So next month we'll talk about all those 3 games.
Yeah, and then I think we're gonna end it here. Everybody will say bye, and we should end it in a fun way. So Xbox off.